Welcome back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. This week, we're diving into the Hollywood of the internet. We're talking about internet streamers.
The time is the future, and the media is the streaming. These new artists have emerged in the last few years, and what do but record every waking moment of their lives in order to broadcast it live to their millions and millions of fans. It's called the art of streaming, and if you don't know what it is, catch up.
So log on, click record, and let's go live. Let's listen in.
So good to be with you all today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is like a room full of powerhouses.
Oh.
This is excellent, guys. I am so pumped to be here. Wow, what a freaking fantastic sandwich of a time.
You guys are a bunch of G's. It's freaking dope to be here.
Absolutely.
Should we
freaking
go
awesome.
around and say our names?
I would love that. What's up, guys? I'm Mitchell Franks, and I am a YouTuber from 2010 to 2015 who's now turned to streaming to survive and to have a lot of fun, mostly the fun part. I usually did kind of review stuff, and I still do a lot of reviews. We play some video games, and once in a while, you'll catch me sleeping on my stream. Yeah, I do sleep streams. Catch up.
What's up? My name is Kyler. You might also know me as Chug Lord. Chug Army, what's up? What's up? Chug Army, Chug Army, Chug Army, Chug Army, Chug Army. I like to chug stuff. I also prank my grandma, and recently I have been getting into making t-shirts that I sell online based on what you guys say in the chat, what you want on the friggin' t-shirts and stuff.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm known as Chicken Wang Little Thang. And my name is Paula Simpson, and you may know me for my stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I make fried chicken and then I sit on it.
On next. Hi, I'm Guyless Saint Beef. I'm all the way from Australia. What's up to my beefcakes out there? I play all kinds of games. Call of Duty, Valorant, Fork Knife.
Nice.
I play all kinds of like Apex, Legends. It's not about coming in first. We're all big on mental health in my community, talking about things, but not trauma dumping.
No.
Save that shit for your fucking mom, dude.
Yeah.
I love those games.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And if you're interested in buying my plain black hat, it's available. Link down below. I wear it not because I'm going bald. It's just like it's a representation of my brand.
I love those games, and I think you're a really cool guy. You should come on my stream every once in a
Yeah,
while.
I'd love to. Let's collab. Let's connect. Let's hook up.
I would love to. My management team will reach out to yours.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Internet in Australia is real slow, but I'll get back to you.
Oh, yeah, great. Oh, awesime. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to connect.
Yeah,
Let's
great.
definitely connect after this.
Great.
That's great.
Wow. So much networking going on already. I'm Violet Tomato, and I am a streamer. I have amassed somewhere around 500 million subscribers, and I do streams watching my boyfriend play video games.
Wow.
I've seen your stuff, and you are like so funny. I like find that like
Thank you.
some streamers, I don't know. I just find that like everything you say, even though you're not trying to be funny, just comes out like so funny.
Thank you. I get a lot that I'm funny. People tell me all the time that I'm really funny and that I should do stand-up. And which is funny because I say little to no words in my streams. I would say it's mostly just a lot of this. It's a lot of watching. It's a lot of checking my phone. It's a lot of twirling my hair. It's a lot of looking at a fake watch on my wrist and then going like a big sigh.
That's so funny.
And I think it's
great.
crazy because like we can't even see what your boyfriend is playing usually, and we can barely
No.
hear it.
We have no idea. We have no idea if he's good. We have no idea if he's bad. Every once in a while, I'll say, "Good job, babe," but you have no idea if that means he's actually doing well or if I'm just really supportive.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I've kept your streams on in the background of my own game playing before, and sometimes I just pretend you're talking to me.
Right.
I like when people tell me good job. Because my wife, she's not supportive at all. She's off being like a nurse. And she's not
No,
even
That's not
watching
supportive
it.
for you.
No.
That's so selfish.
supportive.
It's so
really
selfish
rough,
of her.
and so it's just nice to have, it's that sense of community.
And I'm glad, that's like something I'm trying to provide to people is if they are playing a game and they're not sure if they're doing a good job, they can tune in and listen to a girlfriend in the background who is maybe genuine or maybe not when I say good job. But either way, she's saying it. You know what
it's
I mean?
so important as a streamer to have a good community around you.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
totally. And shout out to my Chug Army, who I think is the best army for the
How
record.
about the beefcakes out there?
You know what? Let's see some comments on this chat.
How about
right now.
the beefcake? Drop
Let's
some
get-
emotes.
Chug
Drop
Army-
some of our animated emotes.
Yeah, drop
of
some
the little
emotes.
shaking.
I don't know if we're live,
And what
guys.
about those Frank heads out there? What about those Frank heads out there? Kind of maybe drop something in the chat if you want to.
I guess we are addressing our fan base. Chicken idiots!
Oh my god.
Meet up around the park!
Is it meat? Is it meat like MEAT?
Yeah.
What's in that, dude?
It's liquid potassium, because my hands get shaky from playing Valorant so long all day, and it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Well, this is actually part of one of your brands, right? You sell liquid potassium.
Oh,
You're kind of
thank
like
you
a
for
health
thank you
guy.
for bringing that up. Actually, that's a good point. If we get some links in the chat there, dropping it up. Yeah, it's a liquid potassium, which is a highly reactive metal. But if you drink it straight up in coconut form, it doesn't hurt your tummy as much.
No,
That's
I've
awesome.
read
It
your
hurts and you-
websites, before, and it's great. What the whole health thing, the mental and the physical health
Yeah.
that you post about is amazing.
Well, let's fucking talk about it, dude, because there's a lot of physical tolls to streaming. Like, looking at screens, like hanging out, like playing games and stuff. Like, I know all the stuff that I chug, like, because I've chugged liquid potassium
you
before.
did? You did?
Yeah, I chugged a
Alright.
gallon in 30 seconds, actually, yeah. Which isn't that good. I've actually done better.
That's very slow.
I've done other things better. Yeah, I was
Yeah, it doesn't
having-
feel like a chug at all. It feels like
No,
a sip.
I had just gotten my tonsils out, so it hurt a lot. So
Okay.
I was
Oh,
a
you
little
didn't try it
sore.
again?
No.
Feel like pain is the
I only
point.
do one. I say I try everything once and only once. That's kind of my thing. Well, my Chug Army knows that. But like, yeah, like what are the things that you guys do to make sure that you're physically in like the best shape? Like I know Chicken Lazy, crazy
Chicken thing, little thing.
Chicken thing, little chicken wing,
Chicken
little
wang,
thing.
little thing.
Yeah, chicken wing, little thing. I know that your thing is very physically motivated.
Yeah. Listen, you see my bare ass and I sit on fried chicken after I make it. I make it fully clothed, and then I take the plate of it, which is always the end of the stream, always the finale, and you see my bare ass in the frame, and I sit on the fried chicken. And listen,
And how
I
long
have
do you
callus on my cheeks at this point because sometimes that fried chicken is so crusty because sometimes I'll do different recipes. Different fans will send different chicken recipes, and they want to see how it sits on my cheeks. So it's just it takes a toll on my ass and my ass only, but also it's like I grew up around a lot of cooks, so like cooking.
Yeah, you always talk about how you grew up in that kitchen.
I grew up in the kitchen of a Cracker Barrel, in Tennessee, and I cooking comes naturally to me, and I remember being like, I want to learn how to do something when I'm not working at GameStop. This is when I used to work at GameStop at the time because I couldn't get money for my streams yet. And we'll all talk about our humble beginnings. I'm sure we
Totally.
will. But I remember being like, what comes naturally to me? And that's cooking. And what's exciting to me? And that's taking my bare ass and sitting on things and seeing how it fits and what the sound it makes. So I combine my strengths with my passions, and that's how I got into what I did. But of course, it takes a physical toll. I mean, does it take a physical toll on you guys? Do you guys ever feel like your body is reacting to your streams?
Oh, absolutely. I peaked in high school like most of us. So I was very, physically fit. And then I started playing games, 8, 16, 32 hours a day. And so, I went from having like a real like juicy dumper to like a Hank Hill situation, just flat as a pancake, like
Yeah.
Monster
Diving
Bank,
board, yeah.
diving board straight situation. So I bought one of those under stream desk treadmills, and I'm usually playing Valorant at like a full sprint.
That's
And
incredible.
it's my goal
Wow.
to like not have anyone be aware that it's happening. So
So like you're doing like a sprint run through the game and also sprinting like on your
absolutely.
feet.
So I'm thinking in like axes, right? Like I'm just
Right.
like I'm moving left, but I'm strafing right, and I'm turning up, and then my legs are turning up
Yeah.
to a 10.
Yeah.
And then I got the incline going, and I got to adjust my gaming chair, and really my posture is just straight fucked. At the end of the day, it's like. What's the letter with the fucking
S?
S?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you didn't know
letter.
what that letter was?
What's up?
Do you not know what that letter was? No. Yeah, no, that's
I don't partake.
No, my posture feels like
You don't
what's the
partake-
letter? What's the letter with the circle with the thing at the bottom?
Q?
Yeah, my posture feels like that.
How?
how, yeah.
Because there's chicken coming up your butt?
I don't want to know.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a
Okay,
business.
so it's just like a vibe. Okay.
How does it?
Well, I have.
You look pretty relaxed most of the time.
We're talking about physical toll,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you're fine.
Well, I do look pretty relaxed, and I am pretty relaxed most of the time. But I will say that one time I sighed so hard as Marky was playing Fortnite that I passed out and I had to go to the hospital.
I was watching that stream. I was really nervous for you.
My numbers
You were
were
passed
so
out for
high.
5 minutes.
And
You-
thank
if
God
I-
for
we-
my subs because, you know,
That's
Marky's
really
in
bad
the
for you.
zone. He doesn't notice. And so it was really my subs who had to call 911 and say, I think Violet Tomato is passed out and she needs assistance. And so it was a time that my subscribers really came through for me. And I, you know,
What about your
it's tough.
eyes? I saw a YouTube compilation the other day of all the time your eyes are you roll your eyes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, damn, your eyes must be exhausted at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, my eyes have rolled so hard that I'm permanently stuck on what the doctors call sarcasm mode.
Oh, sure,
I've
sure.
heard about
Doctors
this.
call it that, yeah.
Doctors
I've
call
heard
it
about
that,
this.
and it causes intense physical pain, like cramping,
Yeah.
muscle
No.
cramps, and so
Damn,
I
that
have
sucks.
to
Seems to
warm
be a
up
thing.
every day by going like up, down, up, down, up, down. I have to do a DMV eye test every single day so that I have the preparation needed to like move my eyes
That's
around.
so sad. Your eyes are stuck on sarcasm mode.
I feel that.
It's like it's something that and the doctors tell me that it's so baked into what I do now that it has become genetic, and I will pass that along to my children.
Oh my gosh! So it's evolved.
Yeah.
You have adapted and evolved.
I've never heard
Yeah.
of a behavior turning into genetics. That's
No.
nuts.
Yeah,
it
that's why
happens.
it's
It
really
happens.
It
sad.
does.
yeah.
Absolutely.
happens.
Yeah.
My baby left for cigarettes and milk and never came back, just like my father. And it's really,
oh no,
it's
that was genetic.
fucked
That-
me right
so it's
up.
skipped
I
a
think it's skipped a
generation.
So your child
Yeah.
It's like twins.
Well, I don't know. I
When
think
your
it'll be
child
back.
said that they wanted to leave for cigarettes, you didn't have any suspicions or
No.
anything like that?
No, it's Australia.
You thought he'd be back.
Oh,
You
it's
know,
different
you know,
in
it's
Australia.
sink or swim.
That's
Oh yeah,
so
this is a
fun.
cultural
If
thing.
you don't know how to ride a
dude.
cassowary by the time you're 3, it's you're not gonna make it.
You are so random.
Oh, thank you.
What about you, Chug Lord? I imagine your bladder goes through insane shit.
Yeah, dude, it stretches in and out like a freaking one of those parachutes that children play with on the schoolyard.
Ew.
Yeah, it
Oh, That's
goes crazy,
disgusting.
dude.
It's absolutely vile.
That's insane.
I'm gonna fucking throw up.
I'm sorry, dude.
That's just
That is
Like the
what
ones
it
they do
is.
those
Visual.
dances with?
And they all run under your bladder like a piss parade, and then they
that's-
run out.
But the children are my piss, and yeah, the children are my piss. It's crazy, dude.
Careful, we're gonna get flagged.
Oh,
we're
I
gonna
can't
get
get flagged,
freaking
dude.
flagged. I
get
can't
flagged.
handle another
I
one.
just got back on Twitch. I just got back.
Why did they kick you off?
They kicked me off because I drank what I thought was a war ration, but it ended up being a secret Nazi whiskey. And it turns out, and there was some insignia on the bottle that wasn't allowed, and
Yeah,
it
that's
actually
tough.
tasted nasty. And I drank 3 liters of it. Yeah, it was crazy. I definitely go through a lot. Like my body, like it as I said, it expands and it contracts and it gets ready to go, just like a boa constrictor gets ready to swallow something. So
Yeah.
I'll dry out and then my body is really good at hydrating no matter what comes in. It gets what it needs and then it takes everything out. But that's why I'm kind of transitioning into different things. Like I'm trying to do, pranks on my grandma on stream are a little harder because I got to wait for my grandma. The timing is a little more difficult, so it's a lot of waiting. Like live pranks are hard. And then other things like when the t-shirts and stuff, I'm trying to do that stuff because my body needs breaks. And it's really hard to try and be funny on Twitch. Like, I don't know if you guys have problems with being funny on Twitch. I know you're freaking hilarious, Mitchell.
No, stop. Come on. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're really hilarious and positive. Like, you're so positive sometimes I don't know if you're being funny, but it makes me laugh because you're so positive.
Okay, yeah. No, thank you.
But what do
No.
you think the problem is with being funny on Twitch?
It's just hard to be funny because it's like you're like on the spot, and I'm like I would never consider myself naturally funny. Like if I was funny, if I knew that I was funny, then I wouldn't be like chugging things. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why you give advice. Like
Yeah.
you give advice on like whatever, like mental health,
that's what you
physical
do.
health, like you
Yeah.
know, math, science.
Yeah,
like,
I
really
just-
whatever.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm not in a position to like give advice on mental health because I have shit to fucking work on. So like,
Well, I do.
Well,
I
yeah,
will
no,
say,
like
yeah.
he doesn't. Like,
like,
it's,
but like,
Yeah.
but like,
it's
why do
about
you think?
normalizing it?
Why do
know?
you think you're like a expert on that?
I'm not, and that's what I say every time.
He's just normalizing it.
I'm just thank you. I'm just normalizing it. So I'll talk for like 30, 45 minutes about like, I don't know, like cluster B personality disorders, but I've, done a very cursory glance at it, and then I'll say like, but I'm not like a therapist psychiatrist, you gotta like, you
cover
gotta
that.
check in on that yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
So you talk for 45 minutes and then you say, but I'm not a
No,
pro.
exactly, because I'm not responsible for the things I say. I'm just talking,
Yeah.
right? Stream of
Yeah.
consciousness of, you're on camera 8, 9, 32 hours a day. You got to keep
Right.
on,
Yeah, that you did that 2-hour stream where you tried to diagnose all of the people that would come on and stream for you. They would ask you questions and you would try to diagnose them straight up.
Absolutely, I can do.
You got in some heat for that, didn't you?
Yeah, you prescribed lithium to someone.
I did, and I
And I
learned
wanna
from
know
my
how.
mistakes. Well, all right, that's a separate, So I've learned from my mistakes. So obviously, I got in a lot of trouble for doing that, and that's why I'm coming to you now, like straight up, and taking full responsibility. Like I'm fully sorry.
Oh, here comes the apology stream. We've all done it. We've all done it.
That. I put on the bright
Listen,
filter.
I screwed up, and I know what I did was wrong, and that's why I did make a lot of money from kickbacks on lithium. So I offered everyone 15% off of.
I'm sorry. Do you have like an ownership of lithium?
You have like a brand deal with lithium?
Oh yeah, my dad owns a lithium mine.
Sick, bro.
But he left. He left. So he only communicates to me through brand deals.
Oh, wow.
And so really, like all
That's
of
like
us,
a
I'm
love
chasing daddy
language,
love.
yeah.
Thank you. It's physical touch, time spent, and brand deals. Those are the big three.
Those are the three.
That's incredible. Oh,
Yeah.
guys, you guys shouldn't talk on your streams. I don't talk. I've never spoken on my stream, and I never have to apologize.
So that's interesting because I know you got in a lot of trouble for the things that you do with animals, dead mostly, but like
Yeah.
that's a
Like
waste.
make the chicken?
A lot of people say it's a waste.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you for bringing that up
You're welcome.
because I did one Christmas I'm gonna bring all the chicken I used in my stream to a soup kitchen, and they just won't accept it because my ass was on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So I simply-
that's a problem.
That checks out, though.
But that sounds.
Yeah.
like
So I
I
can't.
am actually glad they have that rule.
No, for sure. And I try to give this
and
chicken
also,
away
it's
like
not
crazy.
soup. That might be a big thing. It's not soup.
Yeah, but I'm like, are we saying now like beggars can be choosers? It's like pick a side, pick a lane.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, I'm not responsible for the things I say. And I want to apologize for what I just
No,
said.
for sure. I
No,
think we're
nobody's
all
asking,
good at
nobody's
apologizing because that's a part of life. And what we're doing isn't written work. It isn't presented. It isn't polished. It is
Yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're more accustomed to apologizing and owning up to our mistakes because we're bringing people in
Yeah.
to an intimate moment in our lives.
And that's what I'll say. I mean, like for my stream, I'm trying to be as authentic as I can be on mine. What we'll do is kind of have these fun field trip days where we go and just try to be authentic with people, and we'll end up in some crazy situations. The other day on my stream, totally authentically, I was in the park just streaming, and this couple came up and they mentioned and they knew me. They said they knew me, and I said, "What?" And it's crazy hijinks. We had this 45-minute long kind of adventure through the park trying to figure out how they knew me. It was wild.
It wasn't through you being a streamer and being well known. It was just they just knew you.
I asked them that. I said, "Do you know me through my streams?" And they went, "No." Huh, let's go ask that guy. And it was wild and crazy and just a super authentic fun time.
Because I think I remember actually watching that because there was that thing where you didn't turn the camera off when you thought you did, and then it shows you paying those people like a unit
SAG
rate.
rate.
I saw that on Twitter. Yeah, you paid them $846 for a day rate.
Well, because
Scale.
I mean, you're big enough that it has to be SAG.
And people say, people say that those are hired actors, and yeah, I get that, but they weren't. I just felt like paying them because they were in my video, and I follow SAG union rules.
Okay,
because
so
I'm
life?
because SAG New Media, just in life, I came up in YouTube when new media was a big thing. I got involved in SAG,
it's
and now
so
I just
important
follow
to follow
that
it
in
in
life.
life.
And yeah, you might think they're hired actors, but they're not, okay? So we're having a lot of authentic, fun time on the stream, and we're trying to do fun things. So come on by, Mitchell Frankheads.
I heard about that authentic stream where you find a man in the park and you insist that he's your grandpa, because he was just happened to be carrying around Ancestry.com results.
Well, that was a crazy situation that I would love to talk about. So I was in the park again, this crazy park that I go to, and basically what happened was this guy was walking around with Ancestry.com thing, and he looked exactly like me. And I said, "Whoa, chat, should I go over there?" Most of them said no, but I did it, and it turns out he was my grandpa.
So Chuck Lord,
crazy.
you watch his streams and you find that stuff funny?
I freaking crack up, dude. This stuff is so funny because it's cringe. It's like hilarious.
What?
It's just hilarious because it's
Yeah.
you're just running around, you're just doing all sorts of stuff where you're like, this is so funny.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan, dude.
Yeah.
I bought a shirt.
Yeah, it's so great. Please buy merch.
Oh, buy my merch too.
And
Yeah,
it's
mine's a plain black hat. You can get it at my merch.
Yeah, how'd you market that? How'd you corner that market?
I talk about a lot tabula rasa, how everybody's like a blank slate. It's another thing I read once, and then I talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't have any merchandising on my shirts, because I'm like, you get to create the story. It's sort of like at the end with the spinning top is still going. He's like, is it still a dream? And some people are like, finish the
Inception.
story. Thank you. Yeah, finish the story. Tell me the full story. And it's like, no, you figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got in some legal trouble with that because just every hat company tried to sue you, right?
Well, the thing that's the nice thing about living in international waters, just off the coast of Brisbane.
You live on a boat.
I do. Internet's
Sick,
real bad.
bro.
So
that's
do you have to pay
awesome, dude.
taxes?
No, well, I should. I don't. And I'm sorry about that. But, it's carrying on the, spoken word tradition. Like you said, we're not writing anything down. Like, you think Homer, when he was telling people the Iliad, you think he never forgot a part, or it was just like, had the audience go like, whoa, and he's like, sorry, I didn't know you couldn't call them that, and then, walk it back a bit. That's the part they don't tell you about. So,
Yeah.
you think Homer paid taxes? I don't.
Yes,
If
what you
cancel
just
culture,
said.
if cancel culture was around during Homer, we definitely wouldn't have the.
wouldn't have
Odyssey.
the
You don't even know though if it was like
We
they
would
could
never have the
they could be
Odyssey.
storytellers that we don't even know about because they got cancelled.
Yeah.
in the
Well, let's
BC.
talk about cancel culture because I feel like it's kind of affected all of us, in a big
yeah.
way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll address it first. I guess, like for me, I was canceled. I went through that.
Yeah.
I went through that. It was tough. People really regurgitated a lot of my old online videos that they ended up finding a little distasteful. And looking back, I understand. I get it, and I've moved on.
Yeah, because you played that character, Bitch McLady.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
had
she had
those
oven
like
mitts on.
Yeah.
She had oven mitts on, and she was always she kept burning the dinner.
Yeah, she was
yeah,
a
she
stupid
kept
woman.
trying
I
to
get
make
it.
a grilled cheese sandwich in the toaster, but she was too stupid because her boobs were too big, so they kept swinging at the toaster,
my
and the toaster
God.
would fall down, and then she was too stupid to pick it up.
And then
so
bitch McLady thought a car was a boat.
And I remember she tried to vote, but she kept going for a third party, saying like I'm making a real difference by doing it this way. And there was a real big statement from
That
you.
was
And
more
then at
my
the end of the
political
video,
one,
you
yeah.
forgot
That
that.
was just-
Then at the end of the video, you forgot that you were filming and you were going to pay yourself a lesser version of the SAG rate
Yeah,
because you
gave
were a
yourself-
woman.
You paid yourself a co-star rate.
And yeah, I've learned a lot. I'm happy that you guys watched my videos.
Oh yeah, we all
No,
came up
bitch
with-
McLady was, I think, all of it.
That was fucking tops, dude. That was one of the funniest things I ever saw.
It actually just made it to Australia.
Really?
Just made it.
We're real behind.
And not only to Australia, but to your boat.
Yeah, to my vote. The most popular songs right now are like, "Oh, I saw the sign," and I just
Oh,
called
you
that
guys
one.
are really weird.
Ace of
Yeah,
Base,
yeah.
man.
You just got
Nice.
you just got Ace of Base on the
I
boat.
just got Ace of Base.
I can't wait till
love
you
it.
guys get Vanessa Carlton.
Oh, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. It's going to be the highlight of my year.
it's gonna be huge for you. I already know.
So
that.
yeah, just to address it, we've moved on and we've moved away from YouTube. We don't do the videos anymore. We do streaming, and we are focused on more authentic and more appropriate, stuff. So I'll address cancel culture. I love it. It's made me a stronger person. It's made me realize my faults, little Mitchell's faults, and I do have still some growing to do, but follow me on that journey.
Yeah, I mean, look, I got into some shit. You guys all know my shit. Like, I had the Nazi whiskey. We talked about that. I also had to deal with the fact that there was a period of time where I wouldn't look at any woman's comments in my thread because I had a girlfriend at the time who told me that I couldn't read other women's words.
I remember that. Yeah,
My
I remember
wife
reading
reminds
about
me I can't read.
Your wife tells
Sucks.
you you can't read.
No,
Yeah.
she just reminds me that I can't.
Oh, that's a
no.
bummer.
But that,
But
That's
you were
rude.
I
reading
remember-
all those psychology books, and then
I thought you, yeah. Where are you
so you were
getting
just
this?
getting the psychology book. You were
Sorry.
just
Can't read English.
Oh, you can read Australian.
You can read
Uniform.
Australian.
Cuneiform in
Oh,
Australian.
okay.
Got it.
Got
Sorry,
it.
I'll let you finish.
But I remember
The DSM-5 and hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Chuck Lord,
moving on.
you made people gender themselves before they commented so you would know to read it or not.
I
And
did.
that was just messy, bro.
By forced
it's a
gendering. And it was difficult for people because a lot of people like to offer their pronouns to be helpful, but when they're forced to offer their pronouns, it changes
Well,
the
that
vibe.
was interesting. I thought
It's
it was.
not
It
what the
started so
community
positive
wants.
until you started yelling. Until it was
So
like,
tell
"You're
me."
him, he, him,
Yeah.
he, him, or
He,
she,
him,
them.
she, her, they, them. I kept saying it. I said, identify yourself. Identify yourself. Oh, yes, I do like chocolate. Like, that's kind of what I had to do.
I'm glad you know that that's wrong now.
Yeah, I know that it's wrong, and I mostly know that
Yeah.
because I broke up with her. Like, she really took me for a ride.
This
And
was such a famous breakup.
Yeah, that was very
in the
public.
streaming
This was a
community, and I
famous-
was all up on it. We talked about it for a couple of hours on my stream.
yeah, and to be honest, like I lost half my viewers to her after the breakup, and she constantly and I don't want to talk about Genevieve right now. Like, this isn't what I'm about. And Genevieve, if you're watching, you're not allowed to. Like in the documents, I have a restraining order against you watching my videos. So please stop.
The first restraining order ever to be on social media.
Yeah, it's a views restraining order. Like
But
her
she
computer.
can comment.
Right.
She just can't watch.
No, she has an add-on in her Chrome that if my face shows up on her screen, it alerts the court. So
Oh, did
she's
the
not
police
allowed
add
to
that?
look at
The
me.
court added that.
She's not allowed to look at me online.
It's like a
dude.
digital ankle alarm. or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Was it Marsha
exactly.
Clark behind that?
Yeah, Marsha Clark actually
She
helped
invented
me.
the app. She wrote the code.
Yeah, she did. She wrote the code. She can do anything, that bitch. She's fucking great. She's amazing.
Is that
Famous lawyer.
Queen's Gambit?
No, buddy.
But yeah, so it's been really difficult just to continue on without her, and it's hard because I also know I'm not allowed to look at her either, but I know that every time I go up to stream, she streams. Like Genevieve streams as soon as I start streaming.
Her flip-flop stream is kind of good, though.
Well, yeah, where she wears flip flops
And then she flip flops on political stuff. That's
yeah,
really fun.
she wears
does it
flip flops
both
and
sides.
says confusing political beliefs.
Like
It's so fun.
I'm
It's really
a
good.
social, I'm socially liberal but fiscally conservative. And
Exactly.
you can't do both.
Yeah.
And then she's
Yeah.
like, look at this pair of Havanas.
Right.
Yeah.
And she does that while playing Earthworm Jim on Sega Genesis.
And that game
Yeah.
freezes like no one else. It's
Stream is
Like
mostly
no
her
one else.
resetting
there's
it.
no saves, so you got to go right.
That's
back.
why, and she's talking. I mean, look, I don't miss her, but she definitely she's a bit of a mindfuck, and she really played me in a crazy way. So once I realized I wasn't with her anymore, now I'll talk to anyone. I'm so happy I get to be on a panel with both of you,
Sure.
ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
that
connect
we're
after this.
allowed.
Yeah.
Well, I have never been canceled, but my boyfriend has, and so I'm sure you guys remember.
Oh yeah.
There was that infamous stream where Kyle had to be taken out halfway through, and we brought in a new boyfriend. We brought in Marky, and I tried to, and I'm owning that now. I tried to pass it off as if it were the same man. But very quickly people caught on, mostly because they could hear the fight between the two men as they were going out, which I didn't think so, because normally people are just looking at me, so they don't they don't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
I will say,
But-
not to critique you at all,
Right.
But I did feel like at that moment it read on your eyes just a little bit of what was happening.
And I'm so ashamed of that. And I take full accountability of that, because I know that my fans expect one thing from me. They expect my eyes to go like this, and then they expect them to roll. And if they do something else, then that's jarring, and that's not the brand.
Yeah,
That's not the
flicks
promise
down
of
to
my
the left,
channel.
I saw.
Yeah, exactly. So I do own that, and I do take responsibility for
what
that.
did the first boyfriend say that got him kicked out?
He was actually a streamer as well, but he didn't have really the numbers, but he played this character actually really similar to yours. It was called Lady McBitchy Bitch Lady.
Oh, two bitches.
he was really trying to be exactly like you.
Oh, he looked up to you, dude.
Well, old me.
He looked up to you.
The current you's old.
I am the oldest one here. I'm 27. I'm probably older than everybody by 7 years.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's gross.
It's a little weird, but yeah.
It's a weird choice.
Yeah, it's
wouldn't
not
do
a
it.
not a choice. Age
I
is
wouldn't
not a
do
choice.
Listen, that cancellation was really short. You recovered fast.
How many followers did you lose?
20.
Okay.
So they were very much on your side.
Yeah, I would say I mostly came out pretty unscathed on this.
Yeah.
I, again, have 500 million subscribers. So I think I have like a little bit of wiggle room.
Yeah,
if
No,
I
for
ever,
sure.
That's walking around money right there.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so I've been blessed and I'm happy, and as long as my boyfriend stays in line, then I shouldn't have anything to worry about.
That's great.
Skylar, you feel like you've been canceled a lot.
More than most, yeah. I mean, at this point, it's like go for the record, right? But yeah, you know, part of the problem is so much of my fan base is young and young at brain. So like, I've got like
Yeah.
there was this. Like, I would never say militia, but a lot of people refer to them as like a militia of like preteen boys just full of angst and, let's be honest, lithium and potassium.
Oh,
I wish I had them.
And they were so mad, and anytime someone would talk to me, they'd take offense to it and be like, hey, you can't talk to him, and they'd start, throwing out any word they want. And like, I saw that and I was like, whoa, I got to take a step back from this. And people expected a lot from me, being like, you got to tell these kids not to do it. I'm like, I'm not their parent. I don't
Well,
even
they
know
started
where my baby
doxing
is.
people like crazy.
Yeah, Chug Army does that too. I can't control that. My Chug Army like goes after people and ends them.
So does chicken idiots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not our fault. Like I can barely control my own impulses. Like how am I supposed to rein in a battalion of children? Where's my baby? So like,
Yeah.
Yeah, your hands are tied.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. The Beefcakes have doxed me before. I've been raided by them. It's an interesting experience for sure.
Yeah.
The FBI pointing guns right at your forehead
Yeah,
live
but-
on stream.
but you're never going to be surprised at that. Again, one, we talk about growth, and two, I know you had to move after that, and I personally know that your home is a lot better. It's in a lot nicer part of town.
Don't say it. Don't
So
say
like, I'm not going to say
Don't say
it. It rhymes with Ducklin, New
Yeah.
York, and I'm not going to say it, but it's in a lot nicer part of town, and I personally think you've grown from it. I've grown. I've learned.
Yeah, I've
Incredible.
definitely grown from the FBI raiding my house and being
Yeah.
doxxed.
Yeah.
That was a big growth
Oh,
moment for me.
same.
It totally rhymes with Gilliamsburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhymes with poop orc.
poop
Anyway,
orc.
so
Poop orc. Isn't
I
that
got
what you made
canceled
on that one
once.
stream?
Yeah.
Why did the chicken idiots get mad at you?
I was exhausted. And I didn't want to make chicken that day.
Nah,
I
game
didn't want to make
over.
fried chicken. Fried chicken's hard. It's hard to do the dough. It's hard to make the sizzle. And I sat on the camera.
I heard all those DPs were so angry with you, and you
Twitch
had to
took me off
apologize to the community.
Because I showed my asshole. Twitch took me off. My camera broke. My followers were like, "Where's the chicken?"
And that also showed that Sony can't handle the weight of an asshole. And
Absolutely.
I remember
No.
sponsorships got dropped.
No, for sure, for sure. I had to.
It's-
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did that kind of fuck with your brain where you're like, oh, these people are actually really interested in the chicken?
Not the ass.
yeah, it wasn't the ass
It ruined
at
me.
all.
And it was a huge wake up call for me as an artist where I was like, you know what? It's my body that's the item here. Let me just sit on this. And that's not what they want. They love the lead up to. That's just what I learned. The longer the lead up to of the ass sit, the better the views. The longer the recipe takes, the better people like it. And I don't get it, but I learned, and my chicken idiots told me that they didn't like how I did that. And from then on, I've been really good about it. I will never either only make chicken or only show my ass. I'll always do both, and I'll always give them
So honorable.
I'll always give them the satisfaction of hearing
That is-
my cheeks on the crinkle.
Can I pitch you a merch and take 50% if you
Please.
like it? Your asset is my asset is not my only asset.
I love that.
Wow.
That's-
So-
That
And
is-
you
I'd
don't
never put that
read?
on here
Love that.
because-
and you don't read at all.
No, I'm big on wordplay, but I'm
That's
big on the spoken
amazing.
word. I'm like a poet.
You're at spoken
Yeah,
word
very
play.
Homer. Very
Thank you.
Homer of you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've got a question, guys. I know that we are all streamers, and the hardest part about streaming is keeping that stream going and keeping it entertaining. I got two kind of questions. How do you guys get through that 3-hour slump? And two, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened on your stream? Or we could just do another question.
No, we can't. It's
No,
just
I'm just trying to think.
I'm trying to
It's
think
just
here.
jarring the way you were spiking to the camera.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
There's
It feels
just,
like you're never off.
something
No,
not-
this is me every day. This is what I do. This is who I am.
This is how you wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
Like, pretend like you're awake, like, close your eyes, it's nighttime.
Pretend like you're tired.
Pretend like you're tired, and then, okay, no, put your hands down like you're actually fucking sleeping.
Don't sleep like Donald Duck. Sleep
you
like
do,
an
like
hour.
a real,
cannot
like,
honk
honk
shoe.
shoe,
You have to
yeah.
like actually sleep.
And if you're gonna honk shoe, at least have the me, thank you.
Okay.
See, now I'm picturing you with like a little like nightcap.
Yeah, you
If
got a
wanna
nightcap
collab, we
on.
can
If you
make,
guys
like, a
watch
black,
my
like,
sleep,
nightcap.
yes, I would love to.
Yeah,
That's my
yeah,
sleep
let's
stream.
connect, let's
That's what I
connect.
do.
So, wait, okay, so this doesn't look like you're sleeping at all. So your sleep stream is you doing this?
This is my
So
sleep stream.
Are you not...
That's what geese wear on their
Yeah.
feet.
It's like
No,
a
I hope
musical
somebody doesn't
theater actor
comment
going to
something while I'm
bed.
sleeping.
No, this is like not what you do. This
What?
is not what you do. So do you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror? What do you see?
I see me. I see Mitchell
Yeah.
Frank.
And who is that?
Your eyes, they're so sarcastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't look at it too long.
whateversville.
Whateversville.
God, I actually have rain boots that you had on your merch line. That's whateversville on both sides.
Yeah, it was important. Because I got an agent, and for a while I was saying nothing. I was saying like whatever, like I was rolling my eyes.
No
and then she's
saying.
like, "You need something." Like I get that that's not what you do, but like you need to give us something to work with
Yeah.
here because you are losing out on thousands and thousands of dollars.
That kind of answers the question that this freaking dude was asking too about like how to
Yeah.
fill up your streams for
For
3 hours.
sure.
So you
Yeah.
started adding text.
Yeah, you have to add
That's fucking
yeah.
sick.
I only started
I had
talking in the
talking.
last like month. Before it was just
Because sometimes it's like the less you say, the more power you hold. Sometimes.
I've been kind of challenging, like, you know, I do fast chugs and then I do slow chugs. I started doing this new thing where I was like, if I chug on this stream and it's 3 hours, I have to chug a lot of stuff. And it's like, and then it like fills, and then my fridges get full, and my garage fridges get full, and then I'm chugging out of the freaking hose, and my water bill goes up. So it's like, it's a lot to chug. So I've started realizing, like, oh, it could be fun to do a slow chug contest where I'm actually chugging slow.
You're just kind of sipping.
Yeah, I'm sipping and I'm also holding it, but it's like it's that kind of sip where like when a little kid is pretending to drink water and they're not actually drinking, where it's like I'm just holding it in my mouth for a while, then I take a sip and then I hold it and then I'll do
That
that.
always got me as a kid. I never could tell.
Yeah.
why did you stop pissing yourself on stream? I loved that.
I ran out of pants. It was just tough.
What?
I just couldn't.
Oh no,
like,
did Genevieve take them?
Genevieve took all my pants.
Yeah, because you're making money. You can afford pants.
Yeah, but like I started pissing myself so much, and when I would piss myself on stream, I would also piss and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm pissing! Oh, it's coming! It's coming!" And that also like people were taking that the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I
How
guess
would they
that,
take
words,
that the
like,
wrong way?
I don't know.
They are twisting his words.
I wish that they wouldn't
so
take that out
right.
of context.
Oh, I hate when people take the stuff we do out of context. Like
I know.
when people make my shit sexual, I'm pissed.
No,
And
it's
that's your right to like be mad. Like,
Thank you,
It's
thank
your body, it's your rules, and they can't just look at your ass sitting on chicken and be like, "This is inherently sexual."
No, it isn't. It's an art. Yeah,
It involves a chicken. It involves a food. Like, what
Yeah.
part of that is sexual?
yeah.
incredible.
Guyler, I think one of my favorite things that you do to kind of fill time is you scroll the start menu like over and over and over on most games for a long time.
Long time. It's sort of like a sound sync situation because, like I said, Australian internet not good. We're real behind. It's like
So
if
behind.
you
Right.
imagine like a fat rat trying to squeeze its way through a garden hose.
Yeah.
That's data.
That actually really helps.
Yeah,
That really
that's
helps.
Data for us.
That's
Honestly,
really
a great explanation of that.
it's so
Thank
helpful
you.
to understand Australia as a whole.
It's so basically, I'm never quite sure what the audience is seeing, but I'm playing the whole time. So that's what I'm excited to check in on. I'm just like checking in on the chat. I'm like, y'all see that? But there's a delay, and they don't know what I'm talking about, and they don't know, what they're talking about when they say yeah. I'm like, so. I just basically say I'm usually winning, get the victory royale crown and, number one victory royale. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
That's a great way to pass time.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great. And then the rest of the time I take little breaks. I don't sleep. I sit out on the bow of my boat and stare at the ocean, wait patiently for the next day to start, seeing if my baby's going to paddle back to me.
Yeah.
God, that's such a sad story.
It doesn't have to. We don't know the end yet.
We know for sure.
No.
It doesn't have to.
Your
be.
baby
He
could come
can
back to the boat.
Yeah,
so your
the
baby
baby could
left.
come back.
Your baby left for cigarettes off your
And
boat.
milk.
In a tiny canoe.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those like if you imagine like when you're in a bath as like a kid and you wind up and a little bit like with a little rudder, it's just like Fisher Price like a little bigger. and you
Another
plop the
great
baby in there,
explanational
and you just send them out.
visual.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a visual kinesthetic learner. I don't.
It's incredible.
That
Read.
really explains cuneiform.
Thank you. Yeah.
And do you have
absolutely.
a partner with you on the boat who raised the child with you, or
Well, my nurse wife, yeah, but she's
Right.
busy
Okay.
because of the.
So does she work on a hospital on land?
It must be so hard to be
Yeah.
a nurse that lives on a boat.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm
that
sorry.
seems
No.
really inconvenient for her.
No, Mitchell, she definitely works in an overseas hospital.
Yeah, you fucking
for
dork.
Atlanteans
Whoa,
and
I'm
mermaids.
yeah.
Fucking
And all
loser.
these sick manatees that have manatee COVID.
Chug Army, make fun of him right now.
Get your head out of your butt.
no. Make
fun of
I'm
him
just
right now.
kidding. I'm not
Oh no, they
responsible for what I
posted my
say.
address again. Oh, God. I'm gonna get so many of those surprise boxes that pop open and spread glitter everywhere and bad smells.
You mean FabFitFun? Get your shit straight. Okay, guys, if you were streaming anything that you don't personally stream that isn't your brand, if we were to just like unveil the curtain a little bit and see inside your soul, what would you be streaming right now?
Well, I've thought about picking up the video game myself and playing it,
What?
That would be crazy.
which I think would be far too insane. I think it would be too unhinged of a thing to do. I think it would be so jarring for everyone, and I think it would honestly make people freak out and have psychotic breaks, so I don't think I could do that.
What game would it be?
I think it would be Pac-Man. I've always thought that little Pac-Man was so fucking adorable, the way he like munches on those ghosts, that I just wanted to like try that myself, but I could never do it on camera. I'm way too shy.
And I feel like it wouldn't be natural for me to watch you want to do something.
Like, because then, who would tell me good job, babe? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I would never tell that to my partner. It feels uncomfortable.
No, it's a very intimate thing, and it's
Yeah.
something that I know how to do very well, but I don't think anyone can do that for me.
That's incredible.
Genevieve has her fan army say "good job, babe" to me on some of my chats sometimes as a way of taunting to show me that she knows I'm streaming.
And
I'll
I'm
see,
so
like-
sorry that my fans have co-opted that.
Yeah.
That I've really, I'm sorry that that's endless torture for you.
I hate seeing she, her, good job, babe. I hate seeing that. I hate
Jesus
seeing that in my
Christ.
I hate seeing people identify their gender and then say good job, babe. It's so fucking crazy. And it's haunting me. Like this shit can't like sometimes streaming and Twitch streaming, like it haunts you. The shit that comes,
Yeah.
the one comment that comes and rattles you like a fucking ghost from the past.
Yeah.
It's crazy shit, dude. It makes me want to chug fucking medicine and go to sleep for a
That's
little
the
bit.
Saddest thing.
For a little bit.
So like
Do you guys
regular
ever get-
strength
You just wanna go to
Tylenol or
sleep.
like
You just want to go to sleep.
Like the
a
appropriate
little
amount of
You just want to take a
ZQL.
nap. It makes you want to take a nap.
Yeah, dude.
because like melatonin's fine. Like you can
Yeah.
take ZQL. And
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
not scary.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get sent presents? Like from fans?
Never good ones for me.
What do you got?
Just a lot of hate mail, a lot of fun stuff.
That's
like
also in the year 2022 for someone to take out an actual pen and write hate
Yeah.
mail.
That's
It
fucking
feels-
brutal.
That's really
it
impressive.
feels like I have become a catalyst for them to release their own trauma.
Like they're watching you on a computer. Their email is probably open.
They pull out a piece of paper.
I
They
don't
find a
even know where to get
stamp.
one.
Like, come
Yeah,
on.
you probably can't get one because you're on a boat.
Well, yeah, get all soggy trying to get it back to the boat.
Yeah.
I don't get sent like presents, but I have been sent a presents like a haunting. Like I keep getting sent like I keep getting sent like
Your boat, that's like a bad place for a haunt
yeah.
to happen.
No, I keep getting sent Mulguishin, which are Korean water ghosts.
Oh, man.
And they all look like the little girl from The Ring, and they keep popping up, and I'm just like, get the fuck off here.
Oh, that's what you say. You're not scared at all.
No, well, fool me once, fine. Fool me 30 times, I expect a Mulguishin.
Oh, God.
That's a bummer, dude.
And like to be
Wow.
frank, I don't know if it's the same one. I don't get a good look at their face because the hair is all matted. But like They're around.
That's incredible. I mean, I don't get gifts to my house because I've never been docked, but
I've never docked either.
on your boat, I've never been docked.
I take from the sea, I give back to
You've
the
never
sea.
been doxxed and you've never been docked.
Yeah, so I've never been doxxed before, but the amount of times I'll be at a bar or a restaurant and the waitress will come up to me and have a live chicken in her hand and say, "This is from the guy over there," with a Post-it on it that says, "Sit on me, bitch."
A live chicken.
Yeah.
So your person shows up to a restaurant with a live chicken. And
I don't know where they get it.
Well, that's great.
Oh,
That's
and
what-
it's always at great establishments that I love so much. And suddenly there's a live animal in the establishment. They got to close it down because now this chicken's running rampant. It's awful. And if anybody right now, any of my chicken idiots are watching, stop that.
This is actually a great moment to, we're wrapping up, so we should just say something to our fans, maybe? Like, if everyone wants to give a shout out to their fans.
I guess the stream is ending early today.
You want to start,
Are you
man?
like, what's your deal right
what's
now?
up?
What's going on?
A lot of heavy breathing.
No, it's
from you.
good. I can start if you guys want.
Yeah.
I mean, we're indifferent, so
Yeah,
it's kind
fine.
of just
You
whoever
guys are
wants
just
to
so
start.
chill and cool, and I felt like I came from a version of YouTube that was all about big expressions and how crazy it is. But you guys
Oh my
are
God, that
very
almost
relaxed.
sounded like the voice of Lady McBitch Lady.
No,
Bitch
no,
McLady.
no,
Yeah.
I never forget it.
That sounded like
Yeah.
her. Are you slipping into her?
no, I'm not moving into Lady Bitch Lady.
Oh my
Oh
God,
my
I feel like I'm
God.
meeting a celebrity. I'm fucking starstruck, dude.
No, guys, I'm not gonna.
Wait,
I'm
can
not
you
gonna.
say the line? Can you say the
I'm
line
not
about
gonna
the?
say the line.
Come
Can you
on.
say the line about the sandwich? Please. It's just like so retro. I just have to hear it.
My gosh. I'm gonna make you a sandwich.
Ah.
That gave me chills, bro.
That really did.
That is so bad.
That activated my fight or flight. I actively need to go soon.
I feel like a human tuning fork and my bones are just rattling.
That made my asshole shrivel up, and my asshole doesn't do that.
You guys made me. You guys made me. So, the Mitchell Frank fans, stick around. We're gonna have some great streams later tonight. I'll be honk shoeing and talking about the war on Ukraine. Updates there. So tune in, tune out. Hopefully, I get a couple more of you following. We have a lot of authentic experiences. Hopefully, maybe something crazy will happen tonight when I sleep. Walk into the park. Maybe it happens.
Okay. Chug Army, shout out. I'll see you guys tonight. I'm going to be chugging every single pouch that I can steal from a local McDonald's fountain. I'm going to be just pounding through the tunnels, just going for all of them. And then I'm going to also be making t-shirts based on your suggestions. The prompt for it is shit you wouldn't say to your crush. So start thinking of shit right now.
Okay, this is to my GJBGs. That is my good job, babe girls. Shrug.
God, you're so fucking good.
What's up, beefcakes? By the time this reaches you, I'm sure you'll all be having a mental health crisis, as I usually am too. Please look into it for yourself. I'm not a doctor, but take some ashwagandha, turmeric, with cumin. Try to take some any amino acid you can get your hands on. And bananas don't have enough potassium. That's part of the banana lobby. Try to buy some of my liquid potassium. And if you're 12 and you're mad and you're starting a militia, stop. Stop it. Stop it. All right, that's it.
Hey, chicken idiot! Here's my ass.
And this is not sexual.
I don't know how you're getting that. No, it's not.
Here's my ass.
This has been Artist on Artist on Artist on Artist answering the question, now that's why they call it showbiz. We'll see you next time.
Artist on Artist on Artist on Artist is an improvised Hollywood Roundtable podcast created and performed and produced by Kylie Brakeman, Jeremy Culhane, Angelo Giarratana, and Patrick McDonald. AOAOAOA is a Sugar 23 podcast. Michael Mayer and Michael Sugar, executive producers. Liam Billingham, producer. Production support by Angelo Restaino and Anthony Defranchesco. Music is by Gabriel Ponton. The opinions expressed on this podcast do not reflect the opinions of anyone who works on it, not even the performers, because this is an improvised podcast and we're stupid. Full video versions of AOAOAOA are available on YouTube, so please like and subscribe and leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Good night, Hollywood.